Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, they do say all roads lead to Rome, and perhaps it's also true to add that all Roman roads lead to the Olimpico. This gargantuan amphitheatre rarely fails to deliver, certainly when it comes to providing sporting entertainment of the highest order. We are just getting started. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
I wonder whether that has anything. It's Lukaku! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. He's having a hit! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 2 then. Bellanova goes short. Swings in across.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
And this is Lukaku. Fabian Ruiz. Now who's going to be first to this? Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, super find. And it's been hooked away. There will be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, that's a key interception. That is good alertness. That's a lovely, neat pass. And they can counter here. And smartly reclaimed. And it's Silva. And here's Nunez. Nuno Mendes. Ball's gone out of play. Pulisic.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Pinches it off him. No goals as yet. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellanova. And it's Tchouaméni. This is a promising build-up. That's tidy. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's a sharp pass. Spread neatly. And it's Wirtz. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And here's Thuram. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And here's Pulisic.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Nuno Mendes. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Brilliantly cut out. Gravenberg. And he is slightly undercooked, that one.
Vitoria clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Tries to pass it through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Vitoria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Rafa Silva. Can he get on the end of this? Nunez.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Calafiori. It's Thuram. And the referee has blown for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So, into the second half.
Vitoria have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
He has found the way through. Tries a shot! Has another go! Oh, good finish! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have the first goal.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Radetzky breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Now it's Darwin. Gabriel.
Vitoria are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Lukaku! Wits. Now it's Thuram. And it's Wits. No, he's not getting his way this time. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. And the shot! And yes, it's there! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Paris Saint-Germain restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
It's a pretty loose pass. Rafinha. Now it's Wirtz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now, can they get him away? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And here's Pulisic.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Well, played right into his path. Chance for a shot! Victoria! Goal! Into the lead once more. That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Fabian Ruiz. Rafa Silva. Lukaku. Bellanova receives it in a good position here. Oh, that was vital. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Tries a measured ball. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Rafa Silva. Oh, perfectly measured that. Pulisic. Always goal side. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Pulisic. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a searching pass. Nunez providing an outlet on that flank.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7, numero 15, numero 6.
Ferran Torres picks it up out wide.
Lasciano il
Oh,
campo
nice
per
touch.
il numero 8.
Ferran
Il
Torres with
numero
the... He leaps for it!
11. Il
Well, he
numero
got rid
20.
because he was
Cambio
under
di
pressure.
giocatori. Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di
2
recupero.
minutes to be added on. And that is that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
There's a great sense of excitement emanating from this great stadium in the north of Rome. It is intriguing, charming, truly exciting. It is time for them to cross swords again. So we're very much on the way now. And this is Lukaku. And that is a little undercooked. And he was quick to react. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Bellanova. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that cutting edge in the team, making himself a great option when they've got possession.
It's Lukaku! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And here's Lukaku. Bellanova receives it in a good position here. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Ferran Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Vitoria with the corner, there first. Fabian Ruiz goes short. Lovely feet. Crosses it. Oh, great leap! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? In he goes again!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's picked out the run. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Good read, needed to be. Rafa Silva. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Calafiori. Now it's Thuram. Fabian Ruiz. Rafa Silva. Danilo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Rafa Silva. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. Wirtz. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. Mendes deals with that comfortably. Ekitike is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Ferran Torres, Nuno Mendes, and he lines up a cross. Acerbi clears it away, and he was alert to it. And he can clear it away. Nicely shaped ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Danilo. Pacho. And Mendes. And it's Ruiz. Now it's Ferran Torres. And it's Ruiz. This is a promising build-up. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Gravenberg running with intent. Thuram. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Searching pass he's played there. Belanova is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Fabian Ruiz. Gabriel. Now Pedro Porro. Over to the other side. Calafiori. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well, and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Vitoria clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Some good work on the right flank here. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Belanova. Now it's Lukaku. Nice looking ball.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Gravenberg. And here's Colomwani. Threads one in. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, red. Nice interception. And it's Silva. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, super ball. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. He's going for goal! And the ball's come loose, and again! It's in! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Vitoria are in front now, the game's only goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
He's cut it out.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Vitoria are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Played back to the goalkeeper. And they've got a throw. Ball is over the line. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Wits. Looking to play him in. He's having a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Ekitike really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensational.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Bellanova looking to receive it in space. That is a brilliant interception. Rafinha makes a dash for it. The message is clear, none shall pass.
Vitoria clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Rafa Silva. Oh, that's a key interception.
This is the time you need that pace.
Nuno Mendes. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found space here. Ekitike. Now it's Ferran Torres. And it's Silva. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Gabriel tries to clear. But they've got it again. Fabian Ruiz, given the lift of his goal. Oh, sweet feet. Acerbi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vitoria close now to seeing this one through to the end. He's a sharp little ball here, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Fabian Ruiz claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Vitoria effectively played like two different teams. Pretty placid before the break, but looked much more up for it after half-time. Eventually, those efforts were rewarded. There's a lot of positives to take from that.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.